Hey guys, so I was just editing this episode and I noticed that my mic was having a little bit of issues towards the end. I haven't had this issue with my microphone in a couple of weeks, but it started up a little bit there towards the end of this episode. So the majority of it, the audio was fine, but about, I don't know, I think like the 45, 50-ish minute mark, audio starts to get a little bit funky, and then for my commentary at the end, obviously my audio is a little bit funky. So just a heads up. Sorry about that, but it happens. I don't know. But anyway, love you. Mwah. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're diving back into Why Are You? We're jumping into episode 10. I just finished episode 9. And those of you who've seen episode 9, y'all know. Y'all know. I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy right now, and we're just gonna get into episode 10 and see where things go. Episode 9 was very Tudor P-Fight centric. I don't know if we're gonna get a Zone and Sci-Fi centric episode in return, or if it's just gonna go back to its sort of mixed bag of tricks like the prior episodes were, but we're just gonna dive in and find out. Okay, another super adorable episode. The only thing that I am upset about, or that I would change, is the fact that they're, they didn't give me any. They gave me a little tease of Zone and Sci-Fi. At the very beginning, they gave me that little 2.5, 3-minute little segment of them, and then the rest of the episode was just Tudor and P-Fight. Which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that we just came off of a completely Tudor P-Fight centric episode where it was nothing but them. So I was hoping to get some exploration of the other characters in the series, some of the other ships, even if it was the side ships, you know, Blue and Do and all them other people, Japan and Titan and you know, like Tentai, whatever, like just something. But yeah, that's the only thing I would change, is that I've missed seeing the other characters, and I really wanted to see some more of Zone and Sci-Fi and where they were going, because like I said in the first couple minutes, they didn't do anything. They were just laying in bed for just 4 minutes, just laying there. They said a couple lines, and then we had some, you know, flashback memories and whatnot. But they didn't do anything. They were just sitting there, and it was the sweetest thing. It was just so sweet and so endearing, and my heart was so full. I loved seeing them together, and I wanted to see more of them. So I'm hoping now that Tudor and P-Fight have left the beach, that they're going to resume the same sort of setup they had before, where they're bouncing back and forth between the different ships. But that being said, it was still a fantastic episode. Another great episode. Some more just relationship development between the two of them, and just time that they needed. Time they needed together to just be with each other, experience each other, and just get to know one another, and really come to grips with their feelings for one another and where they stand. So, you know, it ended in a beautiful place. I'm hoping that it doesn't end up being the situation of, like, you know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas type situation, where they had this beautiful, amazing time together, and it was just such a what seems like a life-changing experience as far as their personal journeys go, as far as their relationship goes. But once they get back into the real world, because like obviously this was like a vacation land where no one they know is around, so I'm hoping that it's not the case where once they get back to the real world in Bangkok or wherever, that they can't have those moments anymore, or they feel like they have to hide things, or whatever the case may be. I'm hoping that's not the case, because they're just like, their relationship, it's grown so much, and it's just been such a beautiful journey to see where they started and where they ended. Yes, it's, you know, your enemies to lovers trope. Got it. Sure, it's nothing I haven't seen before, but still, it doesn't make it any less of a beautiful story, any less of a beautiful journey. So I'm hoping that they can just maintain this trajectory once they get back to the real world. Not saying that they have to scream from the rooftops, hey, I'm dating this guy, hey, I'm dating this guy, but I mean, yes, conversations with Hua need to happen. And I'd love it if they could just be, open. I'm not saying I gotta scream it out loud and proud, but just open. And I hope for the same with Zone and Saifa, because obviously they've grown incredibly comfortable with one another, and they're I don't know if Zone still feels a little hesitant. At least the last time I saw him, he felt a little hesitant about owning publicly that yeah, we're together. Like when the girls came and interrupted in the back when they were in the dressing room or whatever. Still kind of like, oh no, it's not what you think. It's not what you think. Even though it's very much what we think. So hopefully they'll be able to live openly with themselves too. But yeah, the episode was fantastic. Lots more sexy time, which I'm a big advocate of, a big fan of it. And I love how this series isn't afraid to show, not necessarily show the sex, because like I said, I've watched series that show the sex, Why Love Why, and a couple other things. And I've seen just other shows and movies in general, not necessarily international or BL themed or whatever, where show sex. That's fine. But I love that they're not afraid to show the level of intimacy between these two guys, because there was a lot of heavy petting going on in that pool room, steam room. There's a lot of kissing and heavy petting and just touching and roping and grabbing and climbing on top of one another. And I'm like, okay. And then, like I kept saying, you could see the switch in Tudor's eyes. You could see it in his face when he would switch from the moments he would switch from being the normal flirty, oh, we're just playing around, pushing around, oh, P-fight, stop, P-fight, whatever, that normal flirty thing that they're doing, and then flip the switch, and all of a sudden, he is hungry. He's not thirsty, he bitch is hungry. He had fire in his eyes. You could just see that he was on the attack. I can think of one guy that I've known where I've been on the receiving end of that. Three guys that I'm gonna stop counting. But I'm a virgin. Yes. But I can remember being on the receiving end of that look, and there's just something about that look that's just like, oh my god, it's so hard to describe, but it just being on the receiving end of it, it makes you feel like, oh my goodness, I've never felt so attractive or desirable in my life. Like, this person just looks like they're about to eat me alive. Oh my god. And that was the look that Tudor he had in his eyes. Like, it was just this insatiable hunger looking at P Fight, and it's just like, no, you're not breaking whatever promise. I'ma break this promise right now. Don't you worry, your promise is intact, baby. You can say some Hail Marys, pray to Jesus, whatnot. You'll be fine. Jesus gonna forgive you. But this is me. I'm breaking this promise. I'm breaking it now. So take off your damn pants, because we getting into this, okay? We getting into this. But there's just this fire in his eyes, and like, oh my god, like it's so hot. So I love that. I mean, the actors were as comfortable as they were portraying these roles and getting as intimate as they were. But I love that they could tap into that sort of just primal energy where it's, like I said, it's just this fire that I can't explain any more than just this hunger, this fire, and it's just, it's hot. Just, But then they also had, you know, the sweet moments, the cuddling, the holding, the soft kisses, the intimate kisses, the little kiss on the chin, kiss on the forehead, kiss on the cheek, kiss on the nose, the jewelry exchange, like so many cute little moments, and it's just like, oh my god, it's so sweet. And like I mentioned in the last episode, or it might have been the episode before, the two main ships in this, my P-Fight Tutor and my Sci-Fi and Zone, like, I love that their journeys are different, but they've been giving me throughout the series two different ends of the spectrum of like the BL ship experience that I love. P-Fight and Tutor, they're giving me a lot of that carnal, and it's not always just sexy kind, but they're giving me a lot more of that aggressive, passionate kind of BL romance that I love to see. And Sci-Fi and Zone are giving me a lot more of that butterflies, romance, kidding, and just, you know, fairy tale kind of feels. And no doubt that I'm sure Sci-Fi and Zone can get me to that passionate place. I'm sure they can. But that's not the journey that they're on. That's not the journey that they've been on throughout the series. Their journey has been about just giving me those butterfly feelings, where this journey over here, it's been about giving me some more of just that raw, passionate, passion. I could talk all day about it, but I'm not going to. It's about midnight at this point, and I gotta get to work in the morning. So I'm just gonna dial myself down here. It was another fantastic episode. I can't wait to see more. Hopefully now we'll get more Zone and Sci-Fi. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications so you'll be notified when all my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you. And before you guys go, a shout out to my amazing patrons. I can't begin to express how thankful I am for your support. And if you guys would like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. Love you guys.